broadcast. Boom, boom, boom. All right.
Entertainment not suitable for kids. And then basically the same information you put into Facebook.
Yeah.
I just copy and paste.
She seemed nervous.
Why?
Why? I'm not sure, but she just seems nervous about, like, she goes,
She seems nervous.
yeah.
Gotcha. I think she's making you nervous. I mean, does she ever? I don't know what she does. Does she?
All right. Well, it actually started the stream right then. So that's always fun.
It'll start the stream, but it doesn't. You have to hit start on YouTube.
Nah, it went. We are currently live on YouTube.
Okay, that's weird.
Yep.
What is it? The broadcast won't go away.
God damn. All right, I love you, baby.
3 ways that Munch can do it for you.
You know, people used to put my name on flyers. So this be cracking on people.
Air it out.
Every Monday because I ain't going no. Every Monday 10 to 1 with me and have some fun and that because. So I just got done watching the George Foreman movie. Movie. Like sometimes I want to hear some Cardi B and be nasty, and then sometimes I want to hear some bars, and then sometimes I want to talk about love.
And make sure you watch.
Just got done wrapping up my exclusive interview with Rome.
Yes.
You know what I'm
My
saying?
Libra, the only Libra, so she the second Libra that I love. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the vibes.
As long as I'm in the first top 5, I'm cool. You know, I'm number 2. All right, I'm
That's my guy's son, and then fire right behind.
Okay.
You feel me? It's all love, man. She know the vibes.
You know the vibes. Exclusive interview coming soon. Smack. Just got done wrapping up my exclusive interview.
right, give me just a sec. Let me go ahead and get logged right here. Okay. There we go. Need some light in here. All right. And I might want to be able to hear you, just maybe. All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. Loud and clear.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. And one more button. How's your day going so far?
It's good. Why can't I see you?
Oh, you ain't
Or
seeing me? Here, let me see.
no, I can't see you.
Said are you in portrait orientation? I think you do off the computer or the phone.
I'm on the phone.
Yeah, I don't know why. It says it wants you to go sideways or a portrait. Let me see if I can change mine. How about that?
Oh.
It would be the same one.
Portrait?
There you go. I see you clearly. Did it pull up on yours?
No.
Let's see here.
I just turned it the other way back again. I don't know.
I'm messing with the settings here. See if it's on my side.
You need me to go on the computer?
No. It typically works on the phone. It's just I've had a couple issues with it actually, with that having the same thing. I think it was actually the last female we had on here. It was the same exact issue, and that's the only time it's ever happened. Oh, gotta love it.
Oh.
Gotta love it. Design.
Well, I could go on the computer if you want.
I mean, it's up to you. I don't. I know that it doesn't really have any problems on the computer. It's designed that way, but.
Okay.
I hate for you to have to load it. I think it goes straight to a website that way. Do you need me to send it to you?
No, I can send it to myself and do that. So I don't have to download anything. It'll just pull up right through the link.
Correct.
Okay. All right, I'll try that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yo, yo, yo. All right, all right. And did it get you? Did you end up going on the computer? Did it have you load something?
Is it what?
Oh, I got volume here. Let me see. I'm gonna turn you up real quick. People. Bam. All right, got you turned up. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you.
All right, and I'm just gonna turn my headphones up.
Probably on my end. So I don't have my other speaker plugged up. So we should be
All right, and just do one sound check real quick, just to make sure.
sound check, mic check, 1, 2.
All right, it's coming in really low.
It's low? It might be me. Hold on. Let me turn my mic up a little bit. I don't want to get too much feedback. Can you hear me good?
I'm hearing you. It's a little bit low. I'm seeing if it's just
Okay,
my end.
on my end.
No, I can boost you from my side if necessary.
I don't want to turn it down too
Oh, I think it went.
Okay. All right. Let me see if it's on my end. Oh, you know what? Why is that? Okay. Yeah. Everything is. Let me try putting it on the Logic joint. I don't know.
That's gonna be the difference.
Oh, there it
Can you hear
goes.
me now?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That went all the way up.
Okay.
All right. Here, I'm gonna pull you back a little bit. There you go. Should be good to go. All right.
All right.
There we go. You know, technical difficulties. That's per the usual. All right. Let's see. So, just before we get started, the three things that you like, the three things that I was reading about, it was not only the, you know, this. So that's your radio station. Like that's like you're the primary, not radio station, but the network.
I'm the owner, yes. Of Air It Out Radio, yes.
So is that? So is there other programming? I was just curious about that.
Other programming? You mean other shows? and
Correct.
stuff? Yeah, the shows that's on there are all mine. I used to have a lot of other shows on there, but I kind of let them go because they weren't serious, you know. So I've been doing this for such a long time. Like people would come in late, and people would, you know, they would just play around. So after a while, I just said, "Nah, I'm cool." And now I just do playlists or I do my own personal shows, and that's about it. Like,
Yeah.
and it runs so smooth.
Exactly. You don't have to worry about all the headache because people, the more people you add, the more often there's some type of drama.
True.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get us started here. Instagram.
Should I call you Cracker Rick?
No. It can be. I mean, it's Chris. It's Cracker Rican. It's Shadow. It's Caesar Einstein. I'm the man of many names. So it.
Well, which name do you prefer?
Lately, everybody's been calling me Shadow. That's been
Shadow?
the yeah.
Okay. My
Um,
brother used to go by Shadow.
yeah.
Yeah, he used to try to rap at one point in time.
That's where it came from. That's where it started.
Yeah, you a rapper too?
Oh yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it's we and that's how I started. But then I love this side of the mic so much that it's what I do now.
Right. Okay. So you kind of like me then.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you went the gamut.
I went to where?
The gamut, like the whole. I mean, it's a whole a bunch of moves to get to where you're at.
Oh yeah. It's definitely good to have different treats to do. You know.
I mean, you really got to though.
Yeah, you do.
All
You
right.
do.
Start recording here. Boom, boom, boom. And All right. So, again, we are live. It's Shooting the Shits podcast. We have a special guest today. We got Fire Chick from Aired Out Radio. She is the one, the pat on the backs. Yo, she is accomplished. She's talked to many people that I aspire to talk to. Honestly, because she's been in the game for a minute, talking to a bunch of people. Your most recent interview, I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I actually just got the snippets
Okay.
of you and it was streets, not streets, Rome. Yes.
Rome?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Rome, your favorite rapper. I just did an interview with him. Well, he interviewed me. And that was different being on. It's different being on this end of the stick.
It really is though, because then you got to talk about you, which is generally why a podcaster or somebody that runs a show, they're typically talking about other people constantly.
I like it because I don't have to do no work. I get to sit here and just talk shit.
Yeah,
You know,
that's my favorite right there. It's just
I can curse, right?
oh yeah. We it shoot the shits.
Yeah, shoot the shit.
Yeah. So it's we've gotten in trouble with TikTok over our name multiple times, so that's why all the X's.
Oh, okay.
So
I like it.
how long have you been at it?
Radio.
Yes.
19 years. I've been in it for 19 years, going on 20 actually. This year will be 20. So,
And would you do it the same? Like if you had to do it again, would you take the same route to where you're at today?
it's crazy because like I said before we got started, I used to be an artist. So if I had to do it all over again, I probably would just continue being an artist, because the way I got involved in radio was because I pretty much was like playing around with everything. I was doing acting, I was doing rapping, and so I got an email in my acting box, and they were saying, "Do you want to do this? You want to do that? You want to do this radio show?" And I just did it, and it winded up being Aired Out Radio for all this length of time. So it kind of detoured me from being an artist. And next thing you know, I wasn't in the studio. I wasn't doing anything. So here I am 19 years later, So I definitely wouldn't even go this route. I would have definitely tried to see where the rap career would have took me.
What was it what kind of subject matter did you have when you was an artist? Like, was you a conscious rapper? Was you, was you an MC or a rapper? How about that?
I was more of a rapper. I definitely wasn't conscious. I definitely was talking shit, talking about sex and beating bitches up. Fucking niggas, doing all kind of, like, I was raunchy, like ratchet, And I still got a potty mouth and I still talk my stuff. I just incorporate it into the radio, pretty much.
Which I think it plays to your advantage, honestly. Like, I think that having that, because people don't like being sold to. They don't want to be sold to, so they enjoy people that are more like them. So, like having a relatability to you instead of being all prim and proper.
Yeah, that's true. I think most podcasters or radio hosts kind of have something to do with the music industry some kind of way. Like, they were rappers at one point or singers. So yeah, it makes sense.
And do you so how do you come up with your topics? Because I noticed that you're like very, almost up to the minute. Like, it looks like you're reading the news and then you're like, you know what, I'm gonna mention that today.
I guess like on Instagram, I just do whatever I feel, or I try to come up with things that nobody's really talking about, or something you may not even be thinking about. The weirdest thing. But then on the show, I try not to repeat myself with the topics. I try not to, or some people try to give me topics and I'll say, no, we already talked about that before.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard not to
It
repeat
is
yourself.
hard. It is hard, but it's always something to talk about, believe it or not, that we haven't talked about,
Always.
So,
Yeah, always. I mean, it's infinite, and especially if you are, at least paying somewhat of attention, then there's something every day going on. I mean, there's another distraction right around the corner.
exactly.
So, are you? What's impacting you like lately? Like, what's something that that you've been thinking about or paying attention to?
I've never been into politics like the way I am now. I've been really heavy into that, and I guess just our rights and our freedom.
Yeah.
So I've been really paying attention to that more, and I hate to do it because I never wanted to be one of those people that talk about all that stuff on my page
Yeah.
because I don't want to lose people. But some things I feel like I have to address on my page and have to stand out for. And whether I get cussed out or whether people agree, whether they don't, I feel like it's just my duty as a human being sometimes to bring these things to people's attention and awareness. If I wasn't doing radio and I wasn't so heavy into it,
Yeah.
I probably would stop right now and just go into politics and like trying to fight for our rights and everything
Yeah.
else because that's how serious it really bothers me at this point. So
I'm with you on
yeah.
that. I'm with you on that 100% because I never wanted to be involved in politics, but I was always paying attention. Like, just kept it, over there. Like, all right, yeah, I know what's going on. I just want to, y'all keep it over there. But like, then it starts to come over here, and it gets, it starts to impede.
It's closer to your house, and you're like, wait a minute now, it's a
Yeah.
little too close.
It's affected me, and I do not want to be
Yeah.
like, like with COVID. I mean, we found a huge difference between. I'm in Florida, so like, it was wide open. Like, you had the 3 weeks of lockdown, and then it was wide open. Nobody's wearing a mask. Everybody's just walking around.
Right.
Like, and it went both ways. Like, because I saw that our at the time felt like the end of the world, and it felt like like, why these people are crazy. Like, y'all are just walking around, just nope, I
Right.
ain't gonna
Not
do it.
caring.
Yeah, not caring at all. But then we found the numbers, like as we went on longer, the numbers just showed that it didn't matter if you were in a state that was masked up or not. The rates were the same. It really came down to your morbidity rates. Like, if you were if you were a smoker, if you're overweight, if you have comorbidities, like multiple things that are going to put you at risk, then that's the people who were actually the most affected, or elderly. But it's like, if you had more than two, it was likelihood to actually have long-term effects on you. Like, it affected me like crazy though. The first 2 times I got it, nothing. Like, literally
You
nothing.
said the first two times. The first two times.
Yeah, first 2 times.
Oh my god.
Did you?
I got it once by accident, and that was because somebody came around me because I'm such a germaphobe,
Yeah.
and I really didn't go out at all. And then I let one person in, and that's that they fucked me up.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Screwed me.
It takes one
Yeah.
person. When did
Mhm.
you get it? Like, how early on was it?
It was like toward the end, like when everything was kind of, and I was like, yes, I made it, and then I got it. It's,
Nope.
no, like not gotcha.
Yeah,
Bitch.
exactly. That's the sample
Yeah,
that played
that's
in my
how I
head.
felt. I was like so mad at that person. I was like, don't. I didn't speak to him for like, I want to say like 6 months. I was so upset.
I mean, yeah.
So
How long did it last you? How long did it affect you for?
I'll probably say like a couple weeks because I was on it. I'm doing all kind of remedies. I think Mucinex was really good for me. Like
It worked?
knocked out everything. Yeah, like even now when if I get a little sniffle, I'm taking Mucinex.
Dude, that's
And it knocked out everything. It was like, but I also had an inhaler and all kind of other things too. So like,
Did you have an inhaler like prior to getting COVID, or okay?
yeah. Because sometimes when I do get sick, I do need an inhaler like to open up my lungs and stuff. So I had already had stuff
You was ready.
on deck. Yeah, I was already ready.
Yeah.
But I mean, it definitely helped the airways because a lot of people couldn't breathe and a lot of couldn't, so it definitely helped me out a lot.
Yeah, I mean that was I like I said, I got it 2 times, nothing. Like, we went down to Miami when it was the epicenter. It was March. It was the middle of March of 2020. So like, they said, "Oh, this is the epicenter." It didn't matter. We had a video to shoot. Like, it was my buddy's big video, so it was like, all right,
You
well,
didn't care.
yeah, we had to do it. I mean, we had to.
You had to do it.
And they had protocols and everything, but I noticed like it was like a week into it, and I got a headache. And I was like, oh man, I felt bad for maybe a day. That was it. I was like, oh,
Just one day.
that was it. And it wasn't even terrible. But I never get headaches, so it was kind of weird. And I was like, all right. It took it was like 3 months after that. My whole family is just like they're all dying. And I was like just walking around going, all right, and feeding them all, getting
So
them all, making them all
it
good.
was your fault.
Do it? No, no, no. Not 3 months later. Like
No, I'm just saying, you never know.
I-
You might have brought it into him.
maybe I'm not gonna say that it's impossible,
Maybe.
but I don't think that was the case in this one. Because by then, um, by then they were pretty much going to the store and things like that. Well, or at least my wife was, and I still worked, so like it could have came from
He was
anywhere.
going to work with it.
Oh yeah, like not with it. No, no, not with it. But
Oh.
like just we were going to work. Like it's just everybody was what is it? What was the phrase they use? Like a necessary worker.
Oh, you was yeah, I got
Yeah,
what you're
which
saying, yeah.
it didn't matter which job you had. It's like everybody's necessary. Um,
Mm.
but like yeah, no, Florida was wide open, and so like they got it. Again, I got a headache for 2 days this time. I was like, oh, that sucked, but not that bad. I mean, I see that it was killing them, so I'm like, dude, this sucks, but
Yeah.
maybe I'm
My
immune.
heart was racing and all kind of like I
Yeah.
felt like I was about to have a heart attack. It was really stressful.
The
But yeah,
third time though, nope, done,
third time.
done. Like that took me out for like 3 weeks, and I mean, I thought I was going to die. Like then I
Yeah.
understood what everybody was really going through. I was like, oh, okay, yes, no, this does suck. But now I'm allergic to shellfish of any kind. Was
Because of that.
Yeah, because I got COVID. I was never allergic before. Like I used to love. We'd have shrimp boils, crab boils, and things. No problems.
Wow.
Now, just one. If I take one bite, it feels like it's just fire going down.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's one of those. It actually changes your DNA, like all the way down.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it's going to show like in the future they'll be like, all right, this person got it this many times. Like they can see how many times
I
it breaks in your
believe
DNA.
I believe that part. Yeah.
Yeah, man, science is getting crazy. Science is getting crazy, and like, but it just went to show that like it really does matter who your local politician is on how they handled that situation. You had people in California that were on lockdown for literally 2 years. Like that's the
Wow.
protocol for 2 years, and that seemed excessive considering they had the same death rate that Florida had. And it was like, bro, you can go outside again.
Yeah.
But I understand why they were scared after the third time.
Yeah, yeah. People didn't even make it. A lot of people died.
Yeah.
They thought it wasn't real.
Yeah.
So like, it's not real. What you talking about? Like,
That's ridiculous.
yo, it's really real out here.
It's
I
really.
didn't want to find out either. I just was like in my little cubby, chilling, relaxing.
Yeah, well,
Didn't
that's
matter to me.
Well, that's what's. I mean, the fact that you were able to go so long without getting it is pretty crazy because like
Yeah.
everybody was getting packages from China, like because the shopping went through the roof, like and so everybody was getting stuff directly from China and they were getting it off of the packages. Like when they did a test for packaging, it was everywhere. Like it was all over everybody's stuff.
I was helping people get better though.
Was you?
I was like nursing. Yeah, I was going wrapped up, mask on, and I would go help a couple of people get better.
Yes.
And I still didn't get it, because I would go home and take everything off
Mhm.
and wash up, and because I'm a germaphobe, so I was good. But letting that person in my space just messed everything up.
Yeah, and it does. I mean, that's the scary part is like it's the they say that there's another one. Actually just recently saw a video and it was of they were over in China and they were having a like just a bout and they were like, okay, there's I think they said 4,000 students in the school and all but 25 are sick and right here in this big large bay. And it was like this nurse, she was begging. She's like, look, we need to do something. Like, this is crazy. I've never seen this before. This is way worse than COVID. And that was probably 2 months ago. I was like, man, it makes it around the world, too. I mean, the world got a lot smaller. Like, it really, really did.
I believe it.
So not to be all, doom and gloom. But,
No,
like,
that's cool.
so, like, did 2020 give you any positives? Like, anything that you gained from 2020?
During the COVID
Yeah.
situation. Yeah, I've actually I've learned how to do new business ventures, new
Okay.
business ideas. I've done a lot of stuff online. Um, I've changed a lot of my methods of doing business, so that it was kind of good. So because I don't really like to do live interviews all the time.
Yeah.
I like to do stuff online like this. and because I am a germaphobe. But live is cool, but I prefer this.
Yeah.
So I did a lot more interviews like this and knocked them out, and still was productive.
Yes.
So that kept me alive. And yeah, I think that was the best thing that came out of that. You know,
Do you have any?
because people didn't have a choice to
That's really it.
because they couldn't come here. It was like, all right, I'll do it online. All right, cool, let's do it.
Why not? That's it.
Yeah.
The whole corporate landscape changed because like people were doing jobs from offices. They realized you do the same job from home, no problem. Why are we doing this all the time? Like,
Right.
and people had a real big problem going back to the office because it was like, I don't want to go back. There's no reason to. Obviously, we made it through.
Right.
Um,
Right.
did you? So how long have you been an entrepreneur where you didn't have a job for someone else? Like, how long have you owned the company that pays the bills?
Yeah. So before radio, I got into real estate, and I haven't worked since 2001,
Yes.
and I love it. So the real estate is like the main gig, and then then you have air it out radio, and then I have other things that I do. I am a silent partner of Dunkin' Donuts as well. So I took out my 401k, and well, I took half of it out.
Okay.
And my girlfriend was doing a business deal with somebody, and it fell through. And so I was like, well, how much you need?
Right.
So I'm just asking questions, and then I was like, so what do I need to do it? And she was like, you don't got it. And I was like, I can get it, but tell me how much it is.
Yeah.
And so, I had I was we had a meeting, and we pretty much was talking all day and just going over everything. We wrote all our stuff down, and we signed a contract, and I get a certain amount of money every month, and she runs it. I stay out of her way. I just get my little bit of
Hey.
money. I'm a small partner, but I just get my money, and I don't say anything.
How does that compare to your 401k that you pulled it out of? Like what's the profit, comparatively?
Well, I mean, I did take a hit, of course, but I didn't care. I'm a risk taker.
Yeah.
So I've hit it up a couple times. You know what I'm saying? As much as they can let me, I'm trying to take it out because my method of thinking is a little bit different than it was before. When you're younger, you're like, you've always been told save it until you get older, and you retire. But then I'm like, well, what if I don't get 60, 70? Why can't I live now and have fun and enjoy my life? And then
Mhm.
my daughter had passed away. So my whole method actually is very different. Now I'm like, nobody's guaranteed. She passed
Mhm.
away at 11. So I'm like, yeah, I want to live my life now. And if I do get to 60, I'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'll make some money, whatever, whatever. But for right now, I'm gonna live my life, and I want to live it to the fullest. And I don't want to be like, oh, I wish I would have did this, and I
Yes.
wish I would have did that. And I might be too old to be able to do anything anyway at 60 something, 70. You get what I'm saying? So I might not even enjoy it anyway.
Right. You're not going to enjoy it
So
to a max for sure. Like you're going to go, all
right.
right, well, this is a safe nest egg, and as long as I spend this exact amount, then I'll be okay for this amount of time. Look, it's
Mhm.
you like you said, nothing's guaranteed, nothing's promised.
Right.
The biggest regret in life is to have regrets.
True.
Like why not live in
Right.
a I mean, yes, there definitely, I mean, as an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur, obviously,
Hmm.
you take the risks of business. That's just how business works. Like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I've
Right.
been fortunate. Like every time that I thought that it was a negative, it ended up being the greatest positive. Like 2020 hit, me and my wife had a very successful cleaning business where we had 16 employees and we just had them, running it. Now, we never got a day off,
Right.
but it was a logistical nightmare. But it was a good bit of money, and I hadn't ever seen that, especially from a business that I ran, I owned, you know, and when
Mhm.
2020 hit, it was like that skirt, that business is done. There are no more tourists coming. So it was like,
Right.
all right,
So it's done. It's over.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah, it's over because
Oh.
well, it ended up transitioning into the greatest things. Like she ended up after we ran through a ton of savings, like because we had to pay unemployment for, I think we ended up 5 months, 6 months or so. of paying the unemployment and 16 employees, it just killed the savings. And it was either fold the company or just go to zero and then still fold the company. And then when everything opened up, we couldn't get the employees to come back because they were like, no, we still have COVID money, and if we're still getting unemployment. I was like, all right, yeah, dude, it was killing me because
they wanted to chill.
Yes,
as long as they could, yeah.
Because and I don't blame them for wanting that relaxation that you get to be able to like not work every single day and so on, because it is hard, especially because they were in the service industry, and the service industry is always hard, like especially cleaning condos. I mean, it is a labor strenuous job, so
Right.
I got it, but at the same time I made sure that everybody was fat paid. Like that was me and my wife, we was like, so if we keep finding somebody that pays what we pay to our employees just to pay us, like we can fold the business right now, like, and be happy.
So you learned.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good thing.
It
But I will say this with real estate. I'll tell you what I did learn, because I have 28 houses, right?
yes.
So everybody was late.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, you know. So what I've learned is how to, when that does happen, I've learned what to do in the process of that. Luckily, everybody had like an option to buy.
Okay.
So they had like money saved in the bank account.
Beautiful.
So, it was like, do you want to use some of that money to cover, So, and most of them agreed. So, and then I was like, you just put it back whenever you get your shit together.
Yes.
And so that kind of worked out for me, because I think if I didn't do that and I wasn't crafty, I probably would have been all fucked up. But I
Definitely.
didn't think about it until like a couple months after. So, like, it did take a shot to my credit.
Yes.
So even though you have all these great things, they're like, oh, you got real estate, but when shit fuck up, it fucks all the way up. Like,
all the way.
Yeah, and you gotta have thick skin to like not fold and figure out how to come out of that and be willing to take the hits. I'm willing to take the hits just as much as the good parts of it.
Well,
You get what I'm
it
saying?
sounds like it really sounds like you were helping people, and you really care about the people, like with the people that were in your properties. You weren't like the land baron and being like, all right, you didn't pay on time, it's time to start evicting. Like, of course during
No,
COVID
because
you
they were
couldn't.
good people. Most of them never were late. They were, you know what I mean? They really want to stay there and they really want to own the property. So they didn't do it intentionally. And honestly, it would have took me so much trying to evict them. It didn't make any sense. Like, I'm a person of like, does it make sense? Does it make sense? You know? So I could have did that, but then they would have tied me up, and then I would have had to start all over again, and then I would have to try to find somebody in there. It just wouldn't. It didn't. I'd rather keep them in there and work with them.
Yes.
You know. and
Absolutely.
Figure it out.
You've already
It just-
it's the I don't even want to say evil, but it's the people that you already know. You already know their scenario. You know them personally. So
Yeah.
why change it up for people that you don't know?
Yeah.
But again, it does sound like you are for the people. Like you're literally, because I know me personally, I'm a people person, and that's what my main goal was to give people the opportunity to make great money. Like, doesn't matter, anybody can do that job if you just follow a piece of paper. That's all it was if you can follow this piece of paper, you can do this job, no problem.
Right.
And it was just a matter of if they wanted to. And
People don't want to listen though. A lot of people don't want to listen. They want to do their own thing.
oh, trust me, I found that out. We went through 45 employees in a year and a half, and it was like, because of course it's not a skilled labor, so it's literally just finding anybody that's capable, physically capable, and wants to do it. My best employee was a girl that was actually homeless. Like, she was homeless. We didn't know for the first had to be the first 2 to 3 months. We didn't have any idea that she was homeless. She always had because we had uniforms. She had the nicest uniform out of anybody. She was never late because she was sleeping in the parking lot. I did not know that. And then one day, like, I was like kind of bragging on her and everything, and being like, yo, like, if y'all could be like Mo, then you should definitely like talk to her, see what she does, because she's the model employee. And so I was,
Got a lot of heat on her there.
yeah, well, she goes, hey, because that's what it was. I said, so what are you doing after this? You going to the house, chilling out, because it was a hard day or whatever. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the car. Like, yeah, I know you're gonna go to the car, but like, what you gonna do after? She's like, sit in the car.
Sleep in my car,
Like,
sleep in my car, eat
what?
my car.
Yeah, I was like, what? And she
Whoa.
pretty much just like, she spilled that she had been homeless for about a year, and she's saving up for her own place, and she wanted to be independent and so on. I was like, dude, that's amazing. Like,
That's
okay,
good.
hey, anything you need, I got you. And we hooked her up with everything possible that we could. And then, like every other great thing, it has to come to an end at some point. And that's what really messed me up. Is like she goes, my cousin needs a job. Cool, great. Like, is he anything like you?
Dude.
Yeah. He's just like me, kinda. Okay,
No.
all right. Nah, not even remotely.
Not even
Oh.
close.
He was trying to.
So he fucked it up.
He was trying to get with every girl that was on the teams, everything. Like,
Oh,
it was
God.
bad. So much drama, and like really just pulling her down, like from her space. They had so much saved up. Like he worked with us for 2 months, and then I said, we were trying to get a place, so they had more than enough money to get a place. Like at that point, they had plenty, and I was like, yo, you can stay with us for a month, and then after you stay with us,
You let him stay with
oh
you?
yeah, because I care about my people.
Oh, no.
Exactly. Oh no, bad idea. So they ended up they had saved all their money. They were saving, like, my wife, she loves to host. She likes to cook and everything. So, they didn't have any bills, nothing to pay, just, show up before work and you're good to go. And they went out for her birthday, and they had like, I don't know, 8 or 9 grand. And so they went out for her birthday for a weekend, and they went back home, and then when they came back, she's like, yo, we need to stay at the house for like maybe just another month. I was like, no. Like, there's a limit to it. And she's like, no, I need to stay for another month, because like it is what it is. I was like, well, what happened? She goes, well, I had to get shoes, had to get my hair done. I was like, okay, I don't care if you had to get a new outfit, you had to buy a whole new wardrobe, you still have enough for that. She's like, well, then we went gambling. That, all right, well, I don't know what to tell you at that point. Like, there ain't nothing I can tell you at that point. It's like, I mean, just show up for work and do your thing. Yeah, that didn't last very long after that, of course, because it sours the relationship. Like,
Yeah.
I can keep things civil.
tried.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You try for your people. Like, I definitely try for every single person, even in this the rap industry. Like, I've been a manager. I've been and not so much management. Although that's what the paperwork said, is really artist development, honestly,
Yeah.
and part-time therapist. So have you ever managed before?
I have managed. I've managed 2 females and 1 guy, and I do a lot of PR,
Yes.
and I did artist development as well. You know,
What would you?
but I won't do it. I'm not really interested in that
Yeah.
right now
Yeah.
because I know I'm usually more excited than they are.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I-
And if I'm excited and you're not, then it's a problem.
Yeah, I believe in the music. I'm a fan first before I'm anything. Before I'm a producer, mix engineer, anything, manager. I am purely a fan. Like, I have to like what you do before I'll approach you like that. And I have to believe in what you have, because if you have something that's worth showing the world, and I think that it actually could go somewhere, then all right. But if you're not going, I consider this business to be like a burning building, because there's only so much time before. You only have so much time before you got to get out, because otherwise you're gonna get trapped in the building. So, like, if they're stopping to tie their shoes, they're stopping just to look at things. Like, what? Hey, we gotta go. Hold on, real quick. I gotta take a nap. Yo, I'm getting out. I'm out. I'm gonna help the next person get out. Like, and that's pretty much what it felt like with a lot of people, is that they just lollygagging, just hanging out. It's like, bro,
Fine.
I'm motivated. I'm motivated to keep going. I've been doing this since 2006.
Okay.
But it's always been a different element. I just kept stacking the skills over time. Like, it was like, at first I was the artist. 2006, I started, really pushing into it and making my albums and doing my thing, touring. And I found out that other people didn't know how to do it. I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm going to show y'all how to do this, and then we can go out as a group. And what ended up really happening with that is, they were always like, we gotta spend money in the studio. We gotta go back to the studio. So by 2008, I got certified in Pro Tools. I went to school to go get certified, and just so we didn't have to spend that money out. Like, I started investing in the studio and everything, and then I realized how flaky people were. That's what it really came down to. That's the first time I realized. I was like, oh, y'all don't really want this. You just want to. You want to tell people that you're a rapper is really what it is. Like,
Right.
I went and did a video this weekend. Yeah, but did you promote it? Like, did you put anything into the marketing? Oh, that's all on me. Marketing, what is that? Then I had to learn that game. I've been doing that the whole time. Like, how are you at the marketing side of it?
I love the marketing side.
Yeah?
I love the marketing, the branding, especially the branding.
Yes.
You know, I'm really good at that. That's like one of my niches. I could take something and be like, "This is what you should put with it. You got to do this with it." Da, da, da. Like I'm really, this don't make sense. And if you do this, you know, I'm really good at the marketing and the branding part of it. And then I've made connections over the years that once I do have something, I'm ready to drop it over here and drop it over there. You know, I don't just want to just, you know, use my connects for stupid stuff either. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Sure.
sometimes once you use that connect, they'll be like, "Oh, you got one time fire.
Yep.
Like, this
Yep.
is it." Especially for free, you know, before they start charging you.
Right.
You can slide one in there for free, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so I found that doing, you know, like, because I don't mind doing I love mixing. I'm like, as an engineer, I love mixing. And so there's a shortage of engineers, like actual engineers. Like, everybody says they're an engineer. Everybody's got a studio, and then you go over there, they got a laptop and a Focusrite. That's it. Like, they got a mic sometimes. But, like, I'll offer services, like, whether it's the engineering or the marketing side of it, because I was in I used to work for the newspaper, which is an old statement. I worked for the newspaper as their digital marketing rep, so I went business to business, just selling them on the marketing. So it was like just transitioning that to music. All right, sweet, perfect. Like, and it wasn't even intentional. It's just I've been in sales for so long that I happened to get a marketing job, and I could transition it to music, and it was like, dude, this is perfect. Like, why didn't I do this before?
Got a lot of hats, huh?
Oh, too many. Like, too many. You only got one head and too many hats. Like,
Right.
so like, what's your favorite part of the, if you were to pick a favorite part of the industry in the past, like not where you're at now, but like a part that you've been, a role that you played in the past? Well, what would you say that was? Was it the marketing or the PR, marketing, the management, or just as an artist?
Um, I like. Mm, I would say I like being an artist. You know, I like the hustle and bustle back in the day. Used to selling mixtapes.
Yes.
And, you know, I like that part of it. But I also like being PR. I like being behind the scenes and making stuff happen in media, like taking pictures and staying right here and do this. I have that eye to make people look good.
Yes.
So I would probably say the media and the PR more so
Okay.
than anything. But I still miss that rapping, you know, selling them CDs and getting out there and just, you know, talking shit and all that. You know, I still do that with radio. I still talk shit. I'm the best. The fuck y'all. Y'all ain't nobody.
You definitely do.
Yeah, I still have to do that because it's in my nature. It's in my blood. You know what I'm saying?
Rap is a very braggadocious, and I hate to use that word, but like I can't think of another word for it. But it's a very braggadocious genre. Like, I don't know any rapper that like, I'm mid, you know, I'm all right.
I'm
Like,
okay. I'm
what?
all right. Yeah.
What?
Some people say that to me behind the scenes, though.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
they-
Behind the scenes,
Behind it.
different. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
They try to be humble, and normally those are generally some of the most fire, though. Honestly,
Yeah, they are.
you know what I'm saying? Like, they're keeping it low key until they think that you have to be out there and you have to make people believe it, because they're not even going to give you the shot if they don't see it in you.
Yeah, they be like, I think I'm okay. You're like, you think?
Nah, stage time cut. Like, have you did any like booking or promotional, like ran your own promo for a show, or not promo, but been the promoter rather?
Yeah, I've done a lot of shows, events. We went viral with the radio outlet where New Jersey Devil jumped into the audience and nobody caught him. We went viral with that event. I have the Performance Battle League, which is another
Yes.
event that's like, it's kind of like the WWE slash Mass Singer slash oh, it's a lot going on in that whole situation. You know, it's a performance against performance, and so that's the next biggest thing that I'm, you know, involved in
It's
too
huge.
right now.
It's
Yeah,
huge.
it's gonna be huge.
Yes.
Yes, it's huge. It's not huge yet, but it's
Right.
going to
I,
be.
I, I believe that because as I was because I had heard the Battle League just from To from about a year ago when he put me onto you.
Alright.
You know, I had heard from him because he was like, "Man, I need to get out there. I need to get out there because he
Yeah,
loves
he's
battle."
been dying to get out
I
here.
know he's dying to get anywhere other than Arizona because yeah, that place
We're
is.
gonna get him out here one
I'm
day.
saying definitely because I want to get him up in the Northeast because like boom bap really has a home in the Northeast. Like I think more than anywhere in the United States, it's the Northeast just in general, and that's that purely every single rating show or radio host, everybody that hears him, they go, "That's old school boom bap." Like that's every
And
single
he's
time.
dope too. That's the crazy part. He's really dope. You know.
Concepts,
And
concepts. I love
yeah,
concept albums.
he's dope. And you wouldn't think that. You'd be like, who is this guy? Like, come on.
Dude,
But yeah, it'd be those people that you just not even thinking about.
yes.
You know, that's modest.
They come from nowhere. They come from
Yeah.
nowhere. You're like, where
I
the fuck?
know.
He didn't start rapping until like taking it seriously until he was 40 or no, yeah, 40. 40 years old. That's when you decided to start rapping. That's the craziest like all right, like let's see how that works out. And actually, like because he didn't have a formulaic background, like because a lot of people they emulate who they see or who they're around or their area. Instead, he just really he doesn't. And this is what really tripped me out as a musician and as an engineer. The first time he came to record, he he goes in the booth and he's just sitting there doing his ad libs. Like I heard his ad libs because I'd heard his verse and I was like, all right, that's gonna work. But I took my headphones off and I was doing something else out here in the studio while he was doing the ad libs, and they was like, what the hell is he doing in there? Like, because he has very, very theatrical ad libs, and I was like, dude, what the fuck did I get myself into? Because he's gonna be here another 3 days. All right, let's see. So he goes, all right, hey, can I get you to run that back one more time? I'm gonna do it again. I was like, you might want to. And then I put my headphones on though, and I heard what he was actually doing. I was like, oh he doesn't listen to the beat at all. He doesn't listen to the drums whatsoever. He's only listening to the melody and finding the pocket in the melody. It's like that's completely different. I don't know anybody, any rapper that is not listening to the drums. That's what drives me.
Yeah, he's definitely different. And then sometimes that's good that they don't listen to other people's music because it's like you have your own style, you know. And my grandmom used to always say, look at your own paper because you don't know if somebody else got the right answer or not anyway. You know,
That's good advice.
so it's like you start looking at everybody else, you start being like everybody else, and that's how it is in the industry. Everybody looks the same, everybody dressed the same, everybody got the same swag. So.
Especially now though, I mean, being as as well versed as you are in the industry, back in the day it seemed like, you couldn't be biting. You could not steal somebody else's style and not get called out for it. Like, I mean, that's just people are gonna notice it, and it was a big thing. Now it's very prevalent that that you sound just like that person. Yeah, I know.
Right.
And nobody has a problem with it. I mean,
Yeah,
I hate to
this
sound like
is
an old person and be
crazy.
like, the game has changed, but it has.
No, it definitely is. You know, people definitely like to jack people's style. Like I even see people try to do the same thing I'm doing, and I'm just like, how you gonna just steal my shit? You know, like I was doing. I had caught the microphone because that's my thing. Like I catch the microphone, and it was like, can you do one for me and put it from? Do me a drop or something, and I was like, no, this is my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, no. You know, because I want stuff to be specific for me and my brand.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I came
And
up
it's
with
like,
this.
can I add something to myself?
Yes.
You know,
No,
I love the fact that they love it. Like that's dope. You know, but it's like no, like you know, McDonald's has the arches. Don't try to steal the arches.
right,
You know, what I'm
right.
saying? It's like, what are you doing?
So here's a fun question. It actually got asked me last night on the pod with Philly, and he asked me, he goes, so do you think that like copyrights are justifiable considering that hip hop was born out of sampling and taking from other people's recordings like originally? Like, is it okay for you to take a line, like, that's a common thing where you'll take a phrase, like one line or one phrase, just to it drives the point home, and it also ties you back to that, the For me, it's nostalgia a lot of times. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. That's been repeated so many times.
True.
And I don't mind. I never mind. Like, because they didn't bite anything really. That's one line out of a song.
But some people, because like some people can make it historic though, and so those people, it's like if that's their line, and then just like Glorilla, she got her thing out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like, is that a real guy? Is anybody? Like if you go and try to steal that, it's like, come on,
Yep.
you know where you got that from.
100%.
It's like a matter of respect, I think, more so from
Yes.
hip hop and the music industry. Is like the respect of it. Like if you said, yeah, I got it from such and such.
Yeah.
As long as you pay homage to that, like don't try to act like it was yours from the beginning, then I guess it's cool. But if you try to like act like you made the bar and you created the bar, like
No. Yeah.
yeah, that's where it gets sticky. Because I think that's all people want. They just want the homage or they want the money. Like one or the other. You got to figure out which one it is, but you need to do one of them.
I'll take the money, but
Yeah.
homage is nice, but I'll take the money.
Yeah.
So like, okay, so that's literally my same exact answer. What I told him, which was that it just matters as long as you credit the source, then I don't really have a problem with it as long as people know that it's like you said, it's not your original thing. But like, what about the sampling side of it? Like the beats that like I hear so many melodies
The
and
same
hooks.
thing. The same thing.
Yeah.
It's credit. Like beat makers and producers, they're gonna be a little different. They're gonna want their bread. They don't give a fuck about no credit. They want their money. Like they want their money.
Yeah.
And to be acknowledged.
Yes.
That's different from them. Because like one bar, somebody could be like, I ain't worried about this shit.
Right.
But producers, no, they ain't trying to hear none of that shit. They want their money.
Do you think?
Because you got to remember the producers and the beat makers, right? They're in the back end. They're quietly waiting to get paid all these years into this song pops the fuck off.
Yep.
And then you finally pop it off and now you want to play with my fucking money? No.
Nah.
So
ain't sitting around. Ain't just sitting here waiting for it either. Like,
no. And then it's already out and now you still want to play with me again? No.
Yeah, but that's a real thing that like people again paperwork and they constantly like this group it's 13 individuals in this heist that I'm working with, and constantly I'm stressing paperwork for every single thing that it is, because it's like you want to have your rights. I made sure that every single person in this has the exact same share like of the project. It don't matter if it's your song or someone else's song. We're all consider us a band, because this project by itself, all the songs that are on it, it's all yours. So you want to push the next person. Well, it's so that they push the next person. Like so you don't even if you don't like the other person, you're gonna be like, I want his song to be successful, so I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna get it popping.
Right.
And that's
Everybody ain't like that.
yeah, I know. Trust me,
It's really nice.
we've realized that. Because like I try and give everybody the benefit of the doubt that they're gonna do the right thing. And when they prove me wrong, it's like, all right, cool. It's like that Bronx Tale where he's like, this dude stole $20 from me. All right, well then forget about it. What you mean forget about it? Like, let's go get him. Nah, it only cost you $20 to get you that person out of your life. That's cheap. Let him go.
Cheap, right?
So it's the same. It's the same feeling I got. Yeah, like let him go.
Some people it's the principle with them. They're like, I don't care. It's
Yep.
$20. Like $20. Like, I've gotten arguments with my mom for $5.
Yep.
So, and she ready to fight over $5. You get what
saying.
I'm saying? So with some people, it's everything. That's all they have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna kill you over it.
Absolutely.
No matter what.
Absolutely. Like, and I've been in that position where it was like I've absolutely done some dumb things over $10, but it was, when I look back on it though, I go, is it worth it? Like, that dude got stitches and like some brain damage, like over $10. Like, man, that ain't that.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it is though, because like it's the principle. It's the principle. Because sometimes, like even now, because I'm such a changed person,
Yeah.
people play with me a lot, But if I went back to the old me, they wouldn't like that person at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm like, y'all so lucky I'm not who I am. Because now you're like, I ain't worried about this shit, because I got so much more to lose.
Wait for it.
Back
Wait
then, you
for
like,
it.
no, beat your fucking ass.
Yeah.
Like, Yeah, but you let it go. But it's a principle because you got to make sure people don't play with you.
That is right though.
You know,
You still got
I
to.
just do it in a different format now.
Yes. So
You
that's
know,
what I've been saying this whole time is because like I have not had to go through litigation for anything serious. I've not had to like sue anybody over anything, and I'm not trying to. I don't want to have to. I hate the court system. I don't want anything to do with it.
right?
But the reason this paperwork exists is for exactly that purpose. And I said the first one to actually cross the line that it steps on my toes. I'm gonna have to do it, and I need the practice. So first one, anybody?
Right.
Go ahead. You can get it too. You
Anybody?
call the SHxTiN. Um,
Anybody?
so like yeah, like so have you ever had one of those events? Like have you ever had to go through litigation for either just in general, like over a
So somebody-
contract dispute?
I did.
Yeah,
I actually
that you're allowed to talk about.
it's crazy. Oh yeah, I could talk about it. It was so minor though. Well, it's funny because I had got sick one time, and I was just talking about this. This is funny. I had got sick, and I was about to do an interview with somebody, and my interviews were like $100 at that time because it had a whole bunch of stuff included. And so I got sick, and I had to cancel with the artist, and he got impatient, and he didn't want to wait for the next day that I had available for him. And because usually my days are like weeks down the road,
Yeah.
like you're not gonna get it tomorrow or anything.
Right.
So anyway, he didn't want to wait, and he was like, "Well, my people told me to sue you," and I said, "What?" And I said, "Your people told you to sue me." So he said, "Yeah." So what he did was he paid it through PayPal. Well, yeah, he made the $100 through PayPal. He asked me for the money back. I said, "I really don't do refunds, but I'll give it back to you because it was my fault, whatever." So I gave him back the money through PayPal. He made a claim through PayPal, and PayPal wanted the money, and I said, "I already paid him, right?"
Yeah.
So then PayPal took the $100 out of my account, so he got paid 200. And then he had the audacity to go to his bank and make a claim with his bank. And then the bank took money from my account. So he got $300 out of me. And then it took me like 3 months to get all that money. The other $200 back because PayPal was acting stupid. Like they don't understand what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But so not really me suing anybody, but I got sued.
Yeah.
Like I got kind of claimed or whatever. But most of the time, if it's something small, like I got beat one time. I paid an artist to interview somebody,
Mhm.
and matter of fact, it was Diamond from ATL. That bitch.
Let him know.
Paid her
Let
money.
him know.
Yeah, let them know she a fraud. And I paid her. And who else? Mayno. No, not Mayno. Yeah, no, Mayno gave me back my money. What's the other dude? The one that's in jail now? I knock your fucking teeth out.
It's
Casanova.
Yep.
Him.
Yep.
Him too. Got fucked over with him. So them two right there, they the only two that I got kind of screwed over with. And I had to learn that the hard way. You always pay PayPal or you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
And people don't know that Cash App is a wire transaction. You can get your money back. It's just going to take a long time to
Yes.
get it. You have to go through a whole process to get that back. But yeah, those two was the only one. But the one that came after me, I was like, "Your people told you to sue me? Like really? Over $100?" And he was like, "Yeah, they told me what to do, and they coached him good. I've never seen that happen before. It was good." I was like, "Bravo, that was good." Like, but I was mad as shit. Like, yo, I know y'all not gonna let this motherfucker get away with this shit. And it was like, "There's nothing we can do."
What can we
And
do?
it was like,
Man,
my
y'all,
God.
y'all control the money. Stop playing. Like y'all can absolutely do something. But
Yeah.
honestly, like I hate to say it, but I am a fan of somebody that has a hustle regardless. Like if I got, then I got. Like you have to take it. Like you have to take it with like like. All right, like I see you though. I see you.
It's a learning lesson.
I had a homeless dude hit me up I was walking out. I was getting ready to go to the strip club, and this homeless dude, he just hit me up, and he said, it was when I was in the military, and he's like, hey man, and he hit me with a story, and it was a good story. Like, it was like, I work over here at the medical center. Like, my wife just left me. She's actually cheating on me with the neighbor, and all the details. I was like, all right. And he's like, if I could get like $20, I mean 40, I could get a place to sleep tonight, but you can come up to Womack.
40, huh?
Yeah, 20 to 40. You can get a hotel for that. But he's like, I have the rest. Like, I got some money. Like, I just had to leave with whatever's in my wallet. Like, she's already closed out all the accounts. She stole all my shit. Like, lying, cheating, bitch. And like, it was like, and he, I mean, great actor. Like, great actor. And so, you know, I spent too much at the strip club that same damn night. I spent way too much, and I was like, I wasn't gonna even hit him up for the money, like, at all. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go check him. So I went up to the medical center.
The homeless guy.
I went. He said he worked at this medical center on base, and that's why I gave him the money, because he's like,
trying to get the money back from him.
I was too. I was like, hey, exactly.
You're funny.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was 18. I was
That was
18.
never gonna happen.
Nah, hell no, it wasn't. But like, but I went up there and they said, he's like, I don't even know who you're talking about. Like, nope, that guy doesn't work here. I was like, damn. All right, he got me. Whatever. Forgot about it. It was like 2.5 years later. I was actually getting out of the military. I was getting ready to go home, and I was in a drive-through, and this homeless dude comes up, knocks on the door, knocks on the window, got the same exact story. I was like, hey, you actually got me like 2 years ago. He's like, with the same story. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, and he started to walk away. I was like, no.
No,
Yo,
bring your ass
you know what?
back.
You know what? I gave him $20 because I was like,
What?
I did.
Again?
Yes, I did, because I was
Why?
like, because he got me the first time and it was such a good story. I was like, that's entertainment. Like, that's absolutely, you got it.
Man.
Because I had it at the time too. It's not like I was hurting for it at that point. But like, it was just really the fact that he was entertaining, and that was a good hustle. Like, I'm a fan. Like, you know, I had to tell my wife, because she's from small town Mississippi. Like, when we went to New York, she's like, every single person that was selling something, pushing something, like, she's stopping and she wants to talk. I was like, hey, no, keep rolling. Like, you just grab it or don't grab it and just keep walking. And she's like, well, that's rude. I was like, we gonna be here all day if you do that. But normally, I'll sit there and listen to a pitch all day, just because I like to see the different reactions. Like, I can never remember his name, but he's a dude on YouTube that he's a door-to-door salesman. He sells cleaner. Like,
I think I know what you're talking about.
dude, he's got some great lines. Like, those are some great
he's
lines.
good.
Yeah.
He's good, though.
And that's what I'm looking for. I want to see somebody that has that charisma and so on. Like, I'm a fan of the sale. So like,
But sometimes I don't even be wanting shit though. I be like, that was good, but I don't want it.
yeah.
Money, bye. Right.
Oh, but it's part of the entertainment. Like, you transition from being an artist to the business side. You already have, obviously you had that business mentality from like the entrepreneur, the hustle, like from way back. When do you think that you realized that you had that drive or that ability?
Right. I think I had it way before like I started rapping or anything. When I was younger, I lived with my grandmother and I used to sell candy. And my grandma gave me like some money and I would eat it all, and then I would be in class and they were like, yo, can I have a piece? And I started giving, because I'm friendly.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, I'm gonna start charging y'all motherfuckers. And then I was like, the next day they asked me again, I was like 25 cents, and it was like, all right. And I was like, oh shit,
I could do this.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yep.
So I was like, all right, that's it right there. And I just started selling candy from that point on. And I think I sold candy all the way up until like 10th grade.
Dang.
I was like, I was hustling. I was buying sneakers.
Yeah.
Because my grandma was like, she would only give me like $10, and I just flipped that shit.
That's how it's done.
And,
The
she thought I was
entrepreneur.
selling drugs because I had so much money. And she was like, you got all this money? But when I was like, look, I need you to take me to the store. And because I was buying, the boxes at the store. You know how like you go to a like corner store and you buy the little boxes?
Yeah.
She was like, no. We're going to take you to like BJ's and, and get the bulk joint. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So she taught me how to really hustle. She's like, you get them in bulk, buy more,
Buy low, sell high.
Price. Yeah. And she really just elevated my game.
Yes.
So.
That's
that was before I was working.
I swear that is the story of every hustler that I know. They figured out something back in the day. It's literally, because I was the same way. It was literally candy to start with, and it's like you're gonna figure out something to make value when you don't have the ability. Like the innovation, what is it? Um, where you don't have the ability to do it. It's essentially like the fact that you don't have limitation is the mother of all. Um, all.
Right.
Nope, let it go.
You
I
got
let
it.
it go. It hit the gap. It hit the gap. I gotta let it
Okay.
go. So like essentially like whenever you don't have the ability to do something or gain money, like we lived. I mean, we was poor as shit when I was a kid. So it was like you had to learn how to hustle something, whatever it was.
Right.
And so it's
Right.
like shit, candy. Like even when I had
Yeah.
school lunch, it was like, what y'all got? I bet I'm gonna figure out what you want. If I trade this dude my milk and this dude my pizza, I can get your like I was just trading shit and just figuring out the economics of
That's
school.
smart.
But that's what
That's
that's what
smart.
you do as a hustler. Like that's what you
Yeah.
automatically have that, and it grows until you're an adult. And
Yeah. But I was like the only girl doing it. So you don't really see too many girls selling. You see guys doing it or boys. But I was just and I was the only one doing it for a while in my school. And then somebody, of course, one
yeah,
comes up
Burger
and
King,
was
Burger
like,
King come up in it.
yeah, it's like, come on, man, what you doing? But yeah, for a while I did it all the way up until then, and I was like, I'm gonna get a job. And
That's true
so
though. That's true though.
yeah.
Why do you think that it was more males than females? Like that was the
Mm, females are lazy. So most of sometimes
damn.
they're lazy. No, for real. And I love my women, but sometimes we're lazy and we're used to being taken care of and somebody giving us stuff. So we don't really think to like go get our own shit all the time. The only reason why I like to get my own shit is because I'm used to getting my own stuff because I know ain't nobody gonna give it to me.
Yeah.
So I knew nobody was gonna give it to me, so I had to go get it. And that's just common sense. But a lot of people are waiting until somebody gives it to them. Like,
Yep.
I'm pretty, give it to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
How
but I gotta work for it.
how often does
You
that
know,
work though? It works a lot though. You'd be
it
surprised how
works a
often it
lot.
works. Like
But I'm impatient.
yeah.
So like for me, I'm like, I don't have time to wait for you to go get it when
Yeah.
I can go get it myself.
Right.
You
We'll cut out
know?
the middleman here. Like
Yeah.
there's
He in a
expectations.
way.
Yeah. I mean,
He in
so
a way.
when did you start working? Like what? How old were you when you started working?
I was actually mowing lawns like 13,
Dang.
and then when I got my working papers at 14. That's when I officially started working. I was working two jobs. I was busting my ass.
Hustling.
Yeah, I like money because
Yeah.
I'm from the project,
Yeah.
so and my grandmother was like a workaholic, so that's I looked at that. You know what I'm saying? Like work, 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 work. You
Yeah.
gotta work in order to get shit, and I liked it. Nice stuff.
Yeah.
I liked it jewelry. I liked it sneakers, and now I'm like plain Jane until I'm on the air. But I'll wear the same shirt every day if I could. But what I'm saying, I wash it and wear it again.
Yeah.
Wash it and wear it again. But I have a lot of clothes. I have
Do
a
you?
lot of clothes
S-
and sneakers and shoes and
Okay.
stuff.
This is something that I've always thought about, but I've never. I don't think I brought it up on the pod. Like, so I was also obsessed with at a certain point I started getting obsessed with the material, like just really obsessed with like gaining that material, whatever that meant. Like
Right.
and the material kept going up no matter what it was. It was like it went from being I want to get nice shoes to I want to get a nice car, like, and then it's like I wanted to get a nice house. I want like it just kept
Right.
elevating and elevating. Do you think that that comes from the lack um,
Not having.
finances? Yeah, like the not having as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, because I did that a lot when you from the projects and not having stuff, you want everything. That's why people steal and rob because it's easier to take from you than to go, work for it. It's easier.
Yeah,
But yeah, you want everything that you can't have, and that's why we bust our ass to have those things because we just want them. I had a whole bunch of cars. I don't drive now. I've had Lexuses, Benz, you name it, I've drove it, and fucked them all up too. You know what I'm saying? I never valued anything. Now I do because I'm a lot older and I understand what shit is. But back then, I didn't care about anything. I just wanted it. I bought it, or guys bought it for me,
yeah.
and I never valued it and then appreciated it until now. Now I'm like, my friend had threw a shirt in a trash can. Somebody gave him something. It was like, this is my sponsor. But it was a yellow shirt and he just threw it in the trash can. Wasn't nothing wrong with it. And I've been homeless before, so I'm
Yeah.
just looking at him like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know, wasn't nothing wrong with it. And I'm looking at the shirt and it didn't have no hole in it. It was brand new. And he said, I just didn't want it. And I was just like, that is the most dumbest reason I've ever heard. You know, I took it out the trash. I don't care. Call me a trash picker, but I took it and I washed it
Yeah.
and I wear it around the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, every once in a while, I'll wear that bitch around the house. Like, I mean, it's still a shirt.
Yeah.
I can like wipe the floor with that bitch. I'd rather have do something with
Yes.
it than to throw it in the trash for no damn reason.
Right. I'm
You
with you on
know,
that.
it just
I'm big on
the
donating.
value of stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
big
like
on donation. Like I'm really I like donating things, but I don't like donating it to like the Salvation Army or something like that, like an organization. I like person to person because
yes,
the I don't like them profiting off of getting off of that. Like somebody's charity, they're profiting off of it. It's like what y'all doing? Y'all it's like the March of Dimes. It's
yeah,
10%, 10 cents of every dollar goes to the actual cause. The
I
rest is
know.
all like just
It
going in
sucks.
pockets.
I used that was one of my first jobs. I worked at a Salvation Army,
Yeah.
so I knew what goes in there, and I used to hide the clothes that I wanted, and then I would go when my payday came and I take the clothes. But I mean, yeah, it's some good shit in there, and then you got people that die, they just want to get rid of
Yep.
stuff, and they just don't know what to do with it. They
Yeah.
just throw it in there.
And they don't even know what they got a lot of times. Like there's
I know, cause I got a couple furs out of there.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's what gave me.
definitely,
In high school, I was all about style and like that song came way later. But thrift shopping, like I used to go to the thrift shop all the time because, you don't know, you gonna find some things in there. Like you gonna find
oh
some
my
crazy
gosh,
finds, and that nobody knew, and all of Orlando, like nobody was hitting those. So it's like
oh my god, it's
you
some
gonna
good
get
stuff.
vintage everything.
It's some great stuff. Name brand,
Yeah.
just crazy. People are definitely slipping,
It's-
because they just too good. Like I'm not going in there. I would never. It's like all right,
all right, yeah, you're lost for sure, for sure.
right.
Like, would you? So, are you into fashion like now? Like, as far as the clothing, not only on yourself, but like I'm saying, like any interest in a clothing brand or anything like that? Because I always say you always looking fly.
Well,
You always got the you always rocking the good shit. So like,
I rock my stuff on air most of the time. Like this is my new merch.
that's dope.
This is the rap bag. This is mine. But yeah, I try to wear it because everybody would get on me. They're like, "Where's your merch at? Where's your?" And I was like, "Fuck it." So I did create my own line. I have the Air It Out Radio stuff. And this is one of my like I have potato chips. I
Yeah.
pretty much have everything. Water and potato chips and cookies, and so I'm into the heavy branding and the merch situation. But I do love making stuff, but at the end of the day, it's expensive. It's expensive,
It's a lot of upfront.
and yeah, it is a lot of work, and it's definitely a good, like people do buy my stuff, which I'm so grateful for.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really grateful for that.
Every dollar
But
that
you
they
gotta
spend
keep
with you.
coming up with new stuff.
Yeah. Because they gonna be like, yeah, I had the chips. Now what else?
Yeah,
Like
like
what
what else you
else?
got? He's
What
like,
else?
oh,
I
back
come
to
up
the
with
drawing board.
yeah, I come up with something. Like, where did you get the idea for like to really expand the out of t-shirts? Like, cause every rapper that I come across, the number one thing they want to do, they're like, I gotta get a shirt and I gotta get a hat. It's like,
Yep.
yeah, like everyone else. And what do you want to put on it? Well, my logo, like my name and my face, and nobody, if they don't know you, they're not gonna wear you because that's like literally you're signaling to other people that you believe in the same thing that they do. And I don't know you. I'm not about to rock your face or your name. But if it's a
Right.
fly design, that's another story. Like if it looks good, I'm a rock it. I'm a fuck with it. But like there's a perfect example is a group out of Orlando called Stranger Haze. I don't even think they're around no more. But
Mhm.
they it was just Stranger Haze with a weed leaf in the middle. The merch, they sold so much merch that they put him on the Tech Nine circuit, like he was doing a Florida circuit, and they were like, "Yo, go with the guy
Wow.
that sells merch, like nobody else." Like, and so they went. They just the music was terrible. Everybody I mean,
The
and
music
everybody,
was terrible, but they
the
had
merch was
good
dope.
merch.
Merch is dope. Um,
Yeah, the merch does change the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what you gonna make money off your music? Cause that era is gone. Like it's coming back now. That's what I'm promoting right now. Is like I'm saying it's direct. It's D2C. like direct to customer. Like that's what we're trying to push is, start selling. You can't sell physical though. You can't sell physical albums. So since you can't sell physical albums, how do you make money on your music? Because that's what a lot of the artists think that they're, I made the song. My job is done.
Yeah.
What? It just began. You did like
That's
maybe 20% of the work. I'd say like 15.
Right. Not even that.
Yeah, I'm saying.
But the merch is definitely, you gotta be creative. I've done cakes, I've done cupcakes, I mean,
Man, that's hard.
my name is pretty much on everything that I have, like somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't skip a beat when it comes down to that, you know. But I think that that's part of the branding too.
Yes.
You got to be able to brand and put your name on everything. I got cups. I got like, I got robes and stuff with my name on it. Like it's crazy, but I love it because I'm probably like the only female radio host and show station that can really like. I got so much merch. Like I could wear different hats with everything and still look good. I make this shit look fly.
Every day.
You know what I'm
Every
saying?
day.
Every day. Like I come on, even if I'm bumming, I just got a little hat on, a little raggedy ass shirt or whatever. I'll still fly. Like, because I'm glad that somebody kind of pushed me to do that. And I had a logo with a female, like my logo, the first logo I had, it was my face. And I had a friend of mine, he said, "Hey, Fire, like I fuck with you, but I can't wear no female on my face all the time."
Facts.
So this is, if you look right here, this is not the one, but this is like a new version of it. But I haven't made any t-shirts of that one. But I had to make something. I said, "Man, fuck you." Like I cussed them out. I was mad. I was in my feelings.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, my fan base is predominantly men. So I gotta adapt to them.
Yeah.
Like I just have to. I have to think like them. I have to think like a business person instead of being personal.
Yes.
And that's what I had to learn. I had to learn that. Stop being personal, Fire. Get out your fucking feelings. This is business. The guys want to wear something, and you're the face. They don't want to rock no bitch. Like they don't want to see no female. They want a male. They want some male shit.
Yeah.
And so this like stuff like this.
I was just thinking
you
that.
would think this
I
is a
want.
guy,
I want
like,
that. I want that one. I'm looking at it. If it's on. If it's on it. I'm
I
saying.
hear what to you. And so it's like you want to make it. If you want to be in a business, you want to adapt to your fans and
Yes.
give them what they want. And I said, okay, so I had to redo my whole logo all over again. And then I started doing stuff like with the flag. That's my flag right there.
Okay.
So I'm probably the only one with a flag. I got my own personal flag.
Yes.
And even though it's simple and plain, I just want to stand out and do things that nobody is doing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I want to make it hard for everybody before I get up out of this industry.
I'm trying to. I mean, honestly, that's how you. I mean, but that is how you do it. Is you've diversified in all types of objects. Like you've learned the manufacturing business. You've learned the retail business. I mean, just to get into merch like you are is. I mean, it's really impressive, because it takes a lot of. A lot of time, I would imagine. Not only the finances, but just your time. Your time is it's very valuable. Like
I always tell people to sample stuff first, like before you go into heavy, because I would get a hat and just buy like spend $300 worth of hats or buy 30 of them. I would buy one hat first and see what the feedback is
Yes.
first. Like I'll wear it and see if they like, yeah, Fire, that is dope. And I'll be like, yeah, this is good. All right,
Yeah.
one more.
all right.
And I would just take the comments and listen to the feedback before I start buying a whole bunch of it. Because if they don't like it, I'm not buying it. They don't like it.
They ain't
what
gonna
I'm
buy it.
doing.
Yeah, you gonna end up with a bunch of merch. Like so, that's why. What's your feeling on drop shipping then? Like
I like drop shipping. I mean, it works for some people. I do like to. I'm one of the people that I like to touch everything that I have. I like to have all my stuff here, and then I do ship it out. But I'm not against like people that put their stuff on, the websites and stuff. If that's what you got to do, But I when I do get stuff, I do buy a few hats, and then I'll send it out.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have too much of anything out, and I don't want something that's online. I may forget about it and be like, oh, I don't have that anymore. I just like to keep everything under my umbrella and not have to pay anything out to anybody.
Yeah, no, that's I mean,
I'm
you
cheap.
no, it's not cheap. It's smart because you're making the highest profit margin there. Like that's something that I told the rappers that are starting out. Like I'm pretty much starting a website specifically so it's got artist education on it so that I don't have to say the same thing 1,000 times. Just give them
That's nice.
a bunch of YouTubes. Like I called it free music education because
So
it's like 600 hours of different videos from all the different gurus, and it's like
that's
it's
dope.
been vetted because I watch it, so it's just
That stuff I like to watch too, because you can never not learn anything. Like you, it's always
right.
something you can learn,
Yeah, they're
big or
always.
small. I don't care how big you are. You can always learn something
Yep.
from somebody.
And that was
Hmm.
Joyner Lucas. He was talking about this about how they were running their tour. He was on Brandman Network, No Labels Necessary, and he was on there and he was talking. It was the manager talking about how they stopped printing all their merch and everything because he was like, look, we gotta take all of this from one place to the other, to the other, to the other, and we find out by doing the tour what sells, and then we're gonna go ahead and invest in that. And we're just gonna put it into a drop shipper, like, and let them take care of the rest. Like they just handle the shipping side. He's still manufacturing and so on things that work. Otherwise, he's like, look, with drop shipping, I've got 100 different styles, variations, everything all across. I don't pay a dime for any of it. I don't have 1,000 shirts sitting in a warehouse somewhere that are never going to sell. It's
Right.
online. It's not even printed yet. They're printing it on demand. So he's like,
That's good.
start out that way and then move yourself into you see what sells. You're just like you said. You get all the feedback. Well, if they're buying it, then they like it.
I
Like
need the feedback. The
yeah,
feedback is important, but I'd be scared about other people having control over some things. I'm a little control freak, but usually when people do stuff with me, they tend to fuck up things and then it's my fault. They don't see that person. You get what I'm saying? So like if you don't ship it in time, they're complaining to me
yes,
and now I gotta send them another hat or something to
yeah,
calm them the fuck down,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, or I gotta give them an interview, or I usually have to make it up so it wind up costing me money anyway. So if it's gonna be anybody's fault, I'd rather for it to be mine, and then I know exactly where everything is going, when it's coming out, when it's left, da 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 da.
yeah.
Like I know
All the
exactly what's going
details.
on.
Every last detail.
Yeah,
See,
and I hate to be like that. I'm not big yet, so I guess that's probably why I haven't went that route. But because I still have a little bit of control and I
yes,
still have a little bit of time to ship stuff out when I can. But I also give myself time. I'll say, give me this much time to ship it. So I'm like safe.
yes. I'll
You know
double
what I'm
that.
saying?
Whatever I think it'll take, I double it, and then it's like, all right,
Yeah.
I'll be good.
Right, right. I'll be
Yeah,
like 2 weeks.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
whatever, just to, give
Throw it
myself
out
that
there.
space. And if I fuck up, like I said, I'm like, I apologize. This is what I'm doing. I usually give them something else in the process of that.
Yo,
Just so
some game,
everybody's cool.
some game I
Yeah.
learned from some game I learned from. So I'm currently at Florida State University. I'm at FSU for
Okay.
marketing and I'm getting my master's in marketing and business. And I went back after all these years randomly. Like
Wow.
I've
I
already
know
been.
you're doing it all.
I've dude I
You're like, I
want
went to the military and I went to, I'm like, Jesus,
I got seven.
you
I'm
lived
on.
like 20 lives.
I really have though because like
Right.
I'm maxing out. Like this, so I have a 10-year plan. I'm on year 7 of a 10-year plan, and this next 3 years is literally getting my degree, and networking as much as I can. Networking so that I can use those connections to be able to pull the artists that I work with up like to the next level. Like bring people up slowly but surely. Um, and it's really all in service of them because I've learned all this stuff. It used to be for me specifically, and then it's like, well, now I'm just learning it for y'all so that y'all can let's get y'all up to the next level because time is not. You only have so much time, and so like I don't feel like my time's expired because I'm still on these tracks. I'm still rapping, but I enjoy my time on this side of the mic. Like I enjoy the engineering and the business side. So like
Right.
I've just really pulled back and gone. You know what? Actually, like, and there's also the long term goal is to you got to retire at some point, right? So
Hmm.
I don't want to wait until the end, like wait until like you said 60, where I might not enjoy it. I'd like to be in the next 10 years after this 10-year plan. I'm done after 10 years. Like I'm not gonna play this game forever.
Because
Um,
everything is phases,
yeah,
like you're going through all your phases in different lives. I feel like I'm like on my seventh or eighth life too, and everything is experience, and so you're experiencing different things. And that's good because some people just stay in one little box and
Yeah.
that's it. They don't want to
Stagnant.
experience nothing.
They stagnant.
So yeah, and that's boring to me. It's
Me
like,
too.
nah, I gotta learn how to do this and do this and do that. And
Yeah.
the more you learn, the more valuable you are.
Yes.
And that's why I ain't going nowhere. It's hard to knock me off. I was having this conversation with Drew Ski, and he said, I said, yeah, people want me to get out of here, calling me I'm old, I'm a dinosaur and shit, because I've been in the game for so long. And it's like, I said, tell him, I was like, get me out of here. He said, Fire, they can't get you out because you know a lot about the business. You
Hmm.
know too much. They got to get somebody to replace you
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, yeah, you talking your shit. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But they do. They think they can replace somebody like me because you might have more numbers than me.
Hmm.
You might twerk better
For
than me.
now. For now.
Yeah, because that's your thing. That's not mine. But you can't outweigh who I am and my merits. That's
Yes.
where I fuck y'all up at. The
Yeah.
merits, you know?
You come talk to me in about 10 years and see if you still even in this game. Like
Right. Yeah.
they here for the long term. They here for the
Because
short term.
5 years you start shaking. And
Yeah.
I seen people, that's when people start stealing stuff. Like, I'm going to just take this from her, take this from her. Yeah, y'all start shaking and then you start trying to figure out what you're going to do. And I just watch them go by. See you later.
Yep.
The ones that was like, yeah, Fire, you, yeah, I'm the best. And I was like, oh, okay. And y'all going now.
Yep. Yep.
See ya.
You that's so many people in this industry. They get out so quick. But to kind
Mhm.
of to bring it right back around to the game that I got from actually going to school here, they said something about marketers. They said, so like in a lot of department stores, they actually have a budget. Like they give their salespeople a budget to go. All right, so if somebody has a complaint, you can get like what was it was
Give them like a refund.
yeah, it ain't even a refund. They give them $600 to go up and above their refund to make sure that they just
They get
do.
happy.
Yeah, they're happy because what
Yeah.
happens is they're happier after they've had a problem and you went beyond and fixed way beyond that. They're way happier and they're way more loyal than somebody that was just a loyal customer before. So like they were actually making mistakes on purpose so that they could go ahead and fix it like that, and you have a lifelong customer after that.
Yeah,
So,
like if you go to McDonald's and they taking too long with your fries and they cold and you like, yo, you go back in there and be like, yo, I want some hot fries. What's going on? I'm late for work. Can I get an extra drink? And they're like, sure.
oh shit.
But you gotta ask.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna just give it to you. You gotta ask for it.
Yeah.
You know? So even like with my merch, if I take too long or for something, I'll be like, I'm gonna send you a hat and then I'm gonna send you something else in there. And that might have been a hat that, I didn't like, or maybe it was an
Yeah.
extra large or
Well.
something like that. And I'm trying to just get rid of it.
Yeah. And they
So,
still
yeah,
gonna appreciate it. They still gonna
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
it. They're like, oh, it's too big. It's kind of ugly. It don't matter. It don't matter. Shit, it was the thought that counted on that one.
Right,
Like,
right.
yes.
It could have been like a mishap. Like I could have had like a little, scrape with the E, and I
Yeah.
was a little anal about it. I was like, I'm gonna skip this thing. But,
That's
But yeah, no, that's what you gotta do. You gotta make your customers happy so they can keep coming back. And I can't stand what artists or people say, I'm just trying to get whatever I can out of you. Or, I'll be like, man, I can't fuck with you.
that's
Because
exactly
I'm
it.
in it for the long run. I want to like grow and I want to be, you know what I'm saying? I want to get somewhere further down the line with you, not just you trying to get whatever you could get out of me. That's using me. Like, I don't want to
Yes.
feel, who the fuck wants to be used all the time?
Nobody wants to be used and
Right.
nobody wants to be sold to. Like they don't
Right.
like, and everybody has such a great radar now because we've been sold to from the time we were little kids. Like, and you recognize, like you like, I see the pitch. Like, go ahead,
Right.
run the pitch. Yep, got it. I don't want it. Like, I don't want it. You won't even let him run the pitch. You're like, nah, I'm good. Like
Yeah.
nobody's
Stop
sitting
me
there.
right there. Let me
Yeah.
stop you. What up?
Er,
Yeah.
They
But I mean, we all we all help each other in an aspect, some kind of aspect. But nobody wants to be totally used.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay to be like, hey, Fire, do you mind if you do this for me as a favor? You get what I'm saying? And then I would
Gotcha.
come back and ask you for
Yep.
it. Like it's nothing wrong with that because that's what we're supposed to do if we're
Yeah.
friends in a business. But to be used, no.
nah.
Oh,
Nah,
no.
and you can spot them because they're the ones that are never putting in. They're the ones that are never doing their part, like of this
Right.
deal. Like it's always a take rather than a give
Always
and take.
lopsided. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and it's obvious. Like you sitting there at the top of the seesaw going, you gonna push down? You gonna let me get to the ground? Nah,
Yeah.
I like
But
it
they
down
feel
here.
like because you are who you are in your platform,
Mhm.
that you're supposed to help them.
Yeah.
Like help me. Like, you are who you are. You got to help me. You should be doing this. You should be doing. And it's like, but I'm not even where I want to be yet. Can I get? I'm still
Right.
got to get up a little, you know. They're like, no, you're good. Help me. You
I
know.
know. Just because you didn't do the work, they didn't put in the time, they didn't put in the effort. Like there's only two ways to get to the top in this business, and it's either sweat equity or it's you paid
Mhm.
for it. That's it. That's the only two options. You either got the
And
money
I
to pay
did
for
both.
it, right?
I
Right.
did both. And so, because
It-
I done been in a hospital, I didn't had exhaustion, all kind of stuff trying to stay up in this music industry. You know what I mean? I was like, what the hell's wrong with me? He was like, you gotta get some rest. That's what's wrong with you.
What's that?
Yeah, go home and get some sleep.
Yeah.
I was
What?
like, sleep? What's that? Like, I don't understand. But now I sleep, in a rest. But before I was like going, you know how they say, don't sleep, don't sleep, sleep when you dead.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, like I'm gonna die if I don't fucking rest. I was really killing myself and I let myself go physically.
Yeah.
And I just, I said, nope. As soon as I get a cold or I sneeze wrong, I'm like, the show's off. Like, see y'all motherfuckers next month. Like, I need a break.
That's dude. That's I wish that I could say that I actually do get the rest. I'm still in the hustle. I can't help it.
Because you haven't fallen yet. And if
Oh.
you ain't fallen, then it's cool. Keep going until you do. But
I'm maxing
when
out.
you fall, I'm telling you, that shit is a whole bitch. I'm trying to tell you, you will take a break later. You be like, nah, I feel it. I feel it
Yeah.
coming on, and I
Oh.
just give my because in this industry, right? There's no vacation for us. There's nobody saying, "Hey, take a vacation." Then when you gonna take your vacation, right? We don't have that because it's the night. It's like you can work all times of night, all times a day, early in the morning. There's no breaks in this shit. So the only break is when your body breaks.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. And
That's your time.
it ain't broke yet. It ain't broke yet. So I'm gonna keep
You
it
got
going.
it.
I'm gonna keep it
You
going.
good.
Like I've maxed out. So that's also the other goal for this last 3 years was, of the 10-year plan is to max out and see what I'm capable of. Like, have you ever tested? And I know you have, but like, have you ever tested yourself and actually seen what you're capable of? Like, really, really capable of. Like, most people don't. They don't max out. Like they
Right.
still got some in the reserve. I'm borrowing shit to try and keep it going. Like I am trying to keep that shit like rolling all the way through. Like we doing like right now, like the project that I'm working on right now is as a collab project. It's 13 artists. We're coming together to make a story. We're doing a heist. Like we're robbing we're gonna rob a weed dispensary. So like it's
You said you're gonna rob it?
yeah the album like so,
Oh, okay.
no we ain't
Like, hold on
I ain't
now.
putting it on I ain't putting it on air no um no but we're making this album. It's a concept album and it's the first of a 8-year project. Like it's and they're not all gonna be here. It's really just me doing this collaborative thing so that I can bring artists together that have never networked. And so that's because I know a lot of artists. So it's like, hey, y'all want to be a part of this? And I asked. It was written for 8 people, and then I asked more than I thought because I thought people were gonna say no, and so they all said yes. And it was
You
like,
can fall off too. So.
shit. They have people have fallen off after we wrote them in. So it was like, well, we got to get a replacement. All right, well, and we
Right.
pulled people in, and they ended up
They
being.
didn't, so you was stuck with all.
It was
of them.
amazing. It was amazing. The fact that the people that dropped, the ones that replaced them, ended up being better than they were, and it was like, fuck, it feels like it's supposed to be. We actually film in 2 weeks and 1 day. We're gonna film a mini movie. We got it's about a 15 to 18-minute runtime. I've never done videos before like that. Like I've been a part of videos, but never on that scale. But it's all on me and my company. So I'm like, all right, let's see how it goes.
Yeah. You tested the limits.
I'm super happy with it. And that's actually what I was gonna say before we jump off here, was normally we do a performance, a freestyle, something like that. But today, because you promote so many people and so many things, like we go that break, that rest, we go.
You'll be mad if I promote one, and then why you promote me and you
Ooh.
didn't? I don't feel like hearing
Yep. So instead, I'm gonna go ahead and promote the last single we did. It's a #HeistClub. This one is done by Aunt Kelly. He's playing the role of the we called him Crazy Number 2 because there is no Crazy Number 1. He's just that crazy. He's off his meds. That's the name of the track, and it's essentially he's playing the distraction. Like he's bringing the cops to him so that they're far away from the dispensary. So we got, you know, like we got that planned
A
out.
distraction.
Yeah, the distraction. That's actually where he's in all the scripts. He's in the distraction zone. Like I didn't know what to call it.
Yeah,
So we gonna play this real quick and see what you think of this guy.
Okay.
I really do. I was it's out on all platforms and Aunt Kelly. There we go. Bomb.
His name what?
His name is oh wait.
Shadow said he got a job for me, I'm here to reach some heaven. But I don't trust his piggy god, if he move funny then I blast him. And I might run off my Shadow when we finally get the package. All I gotta do is play it cool and snatch it when he lacking. My job to cut my hours and my plug been hella dry. And I just left my little bitch because she told me hella lies. When I walk up in this weed shop, everybody about to die. But I can't shoot Piola stack cause he's the dude we got inside. Yo, I'll cause destruction when I walk in the door. I'm about to smile at the sight of blood and brains on the floor. Your boy done did a lot of dirt, yeah, I'm itching for more. Then I'ma double cross everyone and keep the whole score. Get it poppin' with the chopper, turn some noggins into pasta. Ligaments get chopped up, they ain't getting said by doctor. If the yopper get the jamming, it's okay, I got the Glock. If I'm Tony, then Shadow was Frank, cause I'ma knock the boss off. Just pulled up to the spot, fuck my trigger finger itching. Somebody wind up the store, I up this gun in and I clipped up. I've been jonesing for this kind of action, I'm dumb sadistic. Columbine this whole block, yo, I aim with good precision. I done robbed a couple stores before and did like 20 burglaries. But this a different ballgame, I turned a heist into a murder spree. Shadow fucked up the moment he said a word to me. The way I'm about to burn this whole crew, it's in the 3rd degree. Better for the pedal when we finish the job, cause y'all probably get the chair if we get snatched by the law. I ain't been on my medication, so my mental been off. So everybody that I come across, yo, they getting popped. Yo, I've been paranoid that someone might be wired. If I get jammed up and fucked, I can't afford to get indicted. Wait, that ain't my gun, I just heard fire. Am I bugging or not? Yo, I hope that ain't a sniper. I think I'm tripping.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely came in. He understood the assignment. That's really what it
You
was.
understood.
So it's yeah, like that. That's for that's Aunt Kelly, and it's on #HeistClub. Check it out, all streaming platforms. I have to thank Chick. That was a great conversation. I appreciate your time. It is valuable, and I'm definitely gonna hit you up on one of them hats for show.
I'm definitely gonna send you one, so you got that. Just
On
give me
it.
some time.
On it, yo, you got
I
all the
gotta order
time.
some
in the
new
world.
ones. But
Yo, anybody you got to give shout outs to?
shout out to all my air daughters, the Performance Battle League members, my best friend. Shout out to the Down, and shout out to you and you know what I'm saying? The shit. What is it? The shitting.
Shoot the shits.
Shooting shits.
Shooting the shits.
And everything that you got going on and how you helping all the artists. So shout out to you with that. And that's about it. Make sure y'all tap in Mondays 10 to 1 with Air It Out Radio. Tap into the merch. It's on the website, airitoutradio.net. And the Performance Battle League. Make sure y'all follow.
Yo, I'm gonna keep y'all posted on it. Again, I appreciate your time. Peace. All right, bomb. So we got in session. Bomb. There we go.